Hi, I'm Clif Foster, and welcome to Zoo Roma's Bar and Grill inside the NYTEX Sports Center. Coming up, we have the Texas Brahmas Coaches Corner. Hey, today we have Coach Joey Howze. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Now, you guys just got back from Wichita, Kansas.
Just last night.
Just last night.
Yep.
That's not for me. Y'all are braver than I am right now.
Oh, it was a lot cold up there.
I was going to say, this is too cold for me. Right now we're cruising through about a 30-degree temperature.
Yeah, when we left yesterday, it was 12 to 16 degrees, snowing, just very cold.
Yeah.
Very cold.
Not for Texas people, I'm sure.
No, not for me. I was ready to head south.
There you go. Now, you guys did have a very good weekend up there.
Yeah, we had a great, successful weekend. We won all 3 games. A couple of the games were tight at times. They are the last place team in our division. However, they have sold some kids off to some others and made some trades here and there. They've picked up a couple new kids, and actually for the better.
Oh,
and,
okay.
They gave us some tough competition there at times, but being deeper in talent, deeper on our bench,
right.
Being able to carry a full roster of players, we were able to prevail.
Good. And that's not all that you guys did. Previously you were in Valencia, California.
Yep. We last weekend before last, we were out in Los Angeles. Yes.
Now, how was that weekend?
That weekend there was it was a good weekend. Long road trips. We like the long road trips for the boys. It's good team bonding time. We were on the team bus, and it gives the kids a lot of time together.
Right.
I think it was 24, 26 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Of a bus ride.
Yeah.
So the boys are together a lot.
Yeah, they get to know each other rather well.
But with that comes a lot of camaraderie, a lot of practical joking going on,
man.
Stuff like that. So it's a good team bonding thing.
Right.
When we were there playing against Valencia Flyers, in my opinion, out of the 3 games, which would be 9 periods of hockey, I think I got to coach and witness probably 6 to 7 of our best periods of hockey that we've played this year.
That's outstanding.
They were a great competitor, great competition, fast team, and it was a touch and go all the way.
Yeah.
Except for 2 periods, 1 period in 2 of the games that wound up actually costing us the game.
No, okay.
But we still were able to compete at a very high level and play. We played very well.
That's outstanding, and that's outstanding to hear. Now, you guys haven't been home in a while.
No, we had not been here for a while now to play.
And coming up, we've got the Tulsa Junior Oilers, and these games had to be rescheduled because of
a previous ice storm that we had, a previous ice storm, which the other team couldn't get in from Tulsa, and so I think we're going to be playing next Tuesday and Wednesday. I think they're midday games on Tuesday and Wednesday next week, and then they're going to be going on to play another team somewhere else.
Now, with the wins and all that with the wins in Valencia and the wins out here in Wichita, Kansas,
right?
What does that do for the team?
Well, it's definitely solidified us for the playoffs, and it's put us ahead of the team below us, which are the Dallas Snipers, and then it's put us a lot closer to attaining second place, which the Dallas Ice Jets own right now.
Okay.
They have that spot right now.
Now, are you guys starting to watch the schedule to see who the Ice Jets are playing? And
well, to be honest with you, since we've been back from the holiday break,
right?
Jeremy and both we watch the point streak board every day.
Yeah.
Because there are other teams that play during the week as well.
Yeah.
And at this time of year, it's been said before that you can't ever win a championship at the beginning of the season, but you can sure lose it.
Yeah.
And you never want to let your win-loss columns get too far out of sequence,
whack.
And so we're watching every game matters. It's one of the things in my pregame talk with the boys in the locker room on Sunday. Yesterday, was that every shift is going to matter, every play is going to matter, every face-off is going to matter, every shot, every pass, everything matters now.
Right.
And it's important that we play as we practice and as we prep ourselves to do.
Now, have the guys been? Are they starting to respond to that and seeing it in a much different way?
You would like to say our win-loss record in our last 6-7 games definitely would say that.
Right.
But as a coach, I can't say that you're ever truly satisfied with your product on the ice until you win that championship.
Right.
You know, I mean, you always want to be able to tweak things and make things a little better, a little faster.
Yeah.
You know, a little crisper.
Yeah.
I think that if we become too complacent, you're not a first-place team.
Well, and that right there that's the mark of a true competitor and a true champion, is that you never stop improving.
Right. Well, that's why you practice. That's even why the NHL practices.
Right.
You know, I mean, those guys have to practice every day, and they're paid professionals.
That's true.
So to instill a good work ethic in our guys, and then yet to always be better.
And what? Coming back, you guys usually play on the weekends.
Right.
Coming up, you have with these games during the week.
Right.
Is there a different preparation?
Not really a different preparation. I think we'll actually play a span of 5 games in 7 days.
Wow.
Because we have games on the weekend
following
that. And as far as preparation goes, in fact, my 2 billets are here, and Zeroma's with me this evening eating dinner. And that was one of the comments we were talking about, is about staying out of the gym the day or two before the games, you know. These guys are in the gym on a daily basis as well as on the ice every day. And just with that much of a load, being able to keep their carbs up and their proteins and everything, my biggest concern is keeping the body healthy.
Right.
So, in fact, we're looking, as we get closer into the playoffs or towards the playoffs, we'll actually start taking the intensity of our practices down a little bit.
Make sure they're healed up and ready to roll.
Right. It gives the bodies a little bit of time, because they're in playing shape now.
Right.
You know, they're used to the hits into the glass, on the boards,
Yep.
you know, taking the heavy checks and stuff like that. They're used to that.
Yeah.
So now it's about maintaining and keeping injuries from happening.
Now, with the playoffs coming up, what do you guys expect from the other teams in the division? Do you expect them to push even harder at you guys, trying to break it up or anything like that?
I mean, every team that's going into the playoffs, they want the same thing we want.
Right.
Everybody wants to win the cup. So for us, we have made some trades in the last couple weeks. We've traded some players and brought new players in. And we now have 4 deep lines of forwards. Our defensive side of the puck, we've maintained and kept what we wanted to have. And so we feel confident in what we have. We're one of the few teams that hasn't gone out and per se bought players.
Right.
In our league, we can trade and buy players from other teams. We have that luxury, but we have made some trades, but we haven't had to pay for any.
Okay.
And so Jeremy and I both feel that what we have, we're quite proud of.
Good.
And we have confidence that these boys can perform the task that's ahead of them.
Right. Well, and, the season speaks for itself. We're getting ready to go into the playoffs, and everybody's looking good and all that kind of good stuff. And so that's a testimony to how you guys have been coaching, and then testimony to the practices, schedules, and all that kind of good stuff. So we definitely appreciate it.
Oh, I love it. That's why I do it, right?
It is. Now, one thing that we did, this is kind of off subject.
Yep.
Because I feel that we were done talking with hockey, although there's always hockey to be spoken of.
Right.
You had the opportunity to be in a Whataburger commercial.
As a matter of fact, I did. Last week, through an irony of situations, I'd stopped in a Whataburger restaurant about a month ago.
Okay.
And was standing there in line to grab a little breakfast sandwich, and a gentleman walked up and asked me if I would be willing to do a screen test for a Whataburger commercial. And I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
And I kind of, you look around and you're like, okay, who's in here who knows me?
Yeah. Looking around trying to see if there's
joking. They were
cameras.
dead serious. And as it turns out, they called me in after my screen test and told me they wanted to use me for a Whataburger commercial. And so I think it was last Thursday, right before we left to go to Kansas. And I spent most all of the day in a Whataburger restaurant shooting a commercial, which was quite fun.
Yeah,
I'd never had any experience at that
That's
whatsoever.
outstanding. Well, you better be careful. You might have to get a hold of an agent now.
I kind of made a joke about that. They didn't think that was so funny,
Yeah,
but,
they're like,
but I did. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
they were like, we're so done with you.
See you later, you guys.
See ya.
Joey, I really appreciate you coming out.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Look forward to our next show.
Oh, definitely. We'll see you soon. Hopefully, we'll after Wichita Falls, we'll have you guys, or after the Tulsa Junior Oilers, excuse me. After they come out, we'll see you guys at home soon.
Yep.
It'll be a little while, but we'll see you at home.
Very well.
All right. Thank you. Take
Good night.
care. And with that, that has been the Texas Brahmas Coaches Corner. Tune in, and we'll see what's happening elsewhere.
The Texas Brahmas want to hear from you. Drop us a comment on Facebook.com/JRBrahmas or ask a question to feature on the next Coaches Corner. All of your Brahmas action can be viewed live and on demand at www.fasthockey.com. Simply create an account, buy game credits, and watch your Texas Brahmas live.
Welcome back to Zeroma's Bar and Grill inside the NYTEX Sports Center. I'm Clif Foster, and we're about to bring you the Texas Brahmas Player Spotlight. So we don't have the players today for the Texas Brahmas. They just got back in, so they're absolutely exhausted. That's fine, not a problem. But I do have a special treat for you. Like last week when we had Case and Bryden on, now we have all of our wonderful people that are behind the scenes here for the Coach's Corner. How are you guys doing today?
Not doing too bad.
Cameron Wyatt. We've got George Morrison Jr.
I'm doing excellently wonderful.
That's a lot of awesome going on right there. And then we have Jasmine Ramirez.
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. So, Cameron, back to you, sir. Now, these guys, to let you know something about them, Cameron is in his second year at TCC, which is Tarrant County College. They keep changing it on me. It used to, when I started, it was TCJC.
Yeah.
So, Cameron, what are you studying over there?
I'm going mostly just for my Associate of Arts to try and go into radio broadcast or something similar like that. You know,
Okay.
pretty much do what I do here at the Coach's Corner for a living.
Nice. How about now, George? We're going to move over to you, George. George is a senior at Boswell High School,
Yes.
which is not far down the road. It's where I graduated from high school. Now, George, how do you like it over there?
It's a nice school, and I have late arrival during the morning, so
Oh,
I only
see?
have 5 class periods during the day.
That's sleep right there.
Yes, it is.
I would have
It's
killed
very,
for that.
Very valuable.
Indeed. Now, Jasmine, you are a senior at Saginaw High School, which is the rival of Boswell High School.
Yes, it is.
Now, you guys, yeah, careful, no fighting here, careful. Now,
Punch you in the face.
you guys are you guys are in a program for broadcasting and visual and all that kind of good stuff, film production, and that is at the Hollenstein Technology Center, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you guys, that's how we actually met you, and that's how you guys came into contact with Kaysen and myself and Lee and all of us troublemakers up here at the NYTEX. And you guys, your instructor is Jerome Butler.
Yes.
What do you think of Jerome?
He's pretty cool. I hope that they don't show this to my culinary teacher because I've been in culinary for 2 years, but this is my first year in audio and video. But I like Mr. Butler. He's a really nice guy. I mean, a really nice teacher. I mean, he tries to teach us like every single thing. Like,
Yeah.
Not just okay, you're gonna stick with editing, but he teaches you editing, camera work, studio. So I mean, it's really nice to learn all that.
Well, good. All right. Now we're going to bring it up to Cameron. Cameron, now at TCC, you're working on your associates, correct? Mm-hmm. Now, how long have you worked here with us at NYTEX?
Only for a couple of months, really. I mean,
Okay.
I got a call from Kaysen out of the blue.
Well, everybody's got a little
Everybody's
Kaysen with
got
them.
a Kaysen. But yeah, I got a call from Kaysen out of the blue one day. Hey, you want to come up and help me do a cool show up at Zeroma's? What's Zeroma? The restaurant at NYTEX. Okay, I got nothing better to do. Sure, that sounds like fun.
I've got nothing better to do.
It's kind of been history.
That's outstanding. Now, you also DJ up here as well during the Brahmas games.
Some games, yes. Some
Yeah.
games I work camera crew.
So, now, how was that? Which one do you like better?
I like DJing better.
Do you? You get to play with music?
I get
and
to I get to make everybody go insane.
That's true.
It's the best.
I'm about tired of that "What Does a Fox Say" song.
Hey, talk to Kaysen.
Kaysen, I'll get to you
Kaysen's the one
later.
that keeps, making me play it.
Put it in the playlist. Put it in the playlist. Now, George.
Yes.
You are also at the Hollenstein Center. Now, what do you think of Jerome?
Mr. Butler, as a friend, I love him to death. And as a teacher, he's like one of the best instructors I've ever had, honestly.
Well, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
Now, what are your plans after? I mean, you graduate in what, June?
Yeah,
May?
in June.
So, what's your plans after that?
I plan on going to college in Santa Fe at
Okay.
Santa Fe University of Art and Design.
That's
to,
outstanding.
Go after a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Film Production.
Outstanding. Now, is it just film production? Are you going to do editing? Are you going to try camera operating? Anything to that effect?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do basically all around. 'Cause,
Okay.
Like I already have experience in everything,
Yeah.
basically. But film production, just like the title I'm going for.
Cool.
And there's a lot of internships you can get on over there at Santa Fe. 'cause
Well, and that's huge. I can't do any of that. You put me behind a camera, I'm like, zoom in, zoom out. That's about all I can do. And Kaysen can tell you, he can vouch for that. Now, what are your ultimate plans afterwards?
I am honestly not completely sure yet.
Oh.
I'm just gonna let it happen,
Okay.
let it all unfold by itself.
Ride the wave.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Nice work.
Thank you.
Jasmine, what are your plans after high school?
Well, same as George, I'm also going to attend Santa Fe University of Art and Design,
Awesome.
and I'm gonna go for the same degree. Yeah.
Now, what are your plans? Do you have, now, the same question for you. Do you want to stick with production, editing, or do you want to camera work, or are you just looking to do all around like George?
Yeah, trying to do all around. It's nice that, we recently had a conference, but he was saying that, one of the guys there was saying that it's really good to know all around, because if you just, it's good to know one thing a lot, but if you're all around, then it's more chances of somebody hiring you out there, because they don't have to hire other people that are
Right.
well just know one thing, but a little bit of everything, you
Yeah.
know, and you can always keep improving. So that's pretty
Yeah.
much why I choose to do that, to do everything, not just stick to
Yeah.
one thing.
Well, good. Now, what are your plans after college?
After college, I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe through one of the internships, I probably could get hired. I don't know, but if not, because the last year of Santa Fe, they usually your program goes to a different place around the world. So
okay.
our program will go to Turkey, I think, is
Oh, wow.
where they'll go. And maybe, I don't know, through connections, get somewhere,
Well, nice.
But, it's always, to me, it's always, if you want to go somewhere,
Right.
you need to, there's nothing holding you back. You're holding yourself back,
There
so,
you go.
you have to put your name out there.
Yeah.
No matter what, that's pretty much what I'm trying to do, trying to get your work out there, get it,
Yeah.
work with other people and get connected, you know what I mean?
Get networking.
So,
That's all it is.
yeah.
Well, awesome. Now, we're going to come back to Cameron. Now, I'm going to make up some questions for you guys.
Sounds great.
If you... Not that one. That's a good try, though. All right. We're going to... Kaysen has begged me to ask this question for you. All right, yeah. Yelling behind the scenes. All right. If you had the opportunity to go back in time for any event and not invoke the grandfather paradox, what would you go back to?
Can I just pass this and think about this? Because this is kind of important.
It is important now. No, you have to name it. That's it. You have to.
Is it okay if I just go back and, get people to invest monetary money into stocks so I can just get rich now?
That's
because it's not, insider if you're not even born yet, right?
I get. No, I'm with you. As long as you don't have, as long as you don't kill your relatives. that's all that you can't do.
Yeah.
All right. No,
you
know what? George, let's ask you. Let's take this away from this young man. I'm afraid what's going to happen. George, how about you? What event would you want to go back to if you did not invoke the grandfather paradox? And Kaysen wants me to mention grandfather paradox every time I ask this question.
I don't know I don't understand the question completely.
The grandfather paradox is if you go back in time and you kill your grandfather, would you exist?
No.
Theoretically. That's where the problem is. So, anyways, what that comes down to is you're not killing any of your relatives. What could you go do? What would you want to go do?
World Series 1945.
Good call. All right.
Something like that.
You don't even care, do you?
I don't know who plays that. I just made it up.
Nice work. Jasmine, if you did not invoke the grandfather paradox, what would you go back to in
I've
time?
always really liked maybe to be born like around 1960s, 1970s, you
All
know, because
right.
one thing that I've always wanted to do, which I mean now I can probably not get the chance at all because I always wanted to go to Woodstock.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why. I mean, it's just
Well,
like,
it's Woodstock.
yeah, I mean, come on,
That's-
who's not going to want to go?
That's a good call. See, I got an answer from Jasmine. That's what I'm talking about. You guys, what are y'all doing? That's all right. All right, let's move it back to Cameron. Oh, jeez. All right. If you
Why don't we do these more often?
because y'all are insane. That's why.
That's why we're behind the scenes.
Oh, you guys are
This
great.
is why I don't put a camera in front of
Yeah,
us.
this is why you guys and I.
We're just going to stop right there.
Yeah, just,
Okay, here I got a great one. Y'all love this.
Okay.
If you had to be a penguin or a polar bear, which would you rather be? And don't take into account any of the global warming or anything like that. If you had the perfect environment for each animal, which would you be?
I'd be a polar bear.
All right?
Those penguins are delicious.
Because penguins are delicious. George,
I'm smart enough to be on top of the food chain.
George, I'm with
All right,
you
all
on
right, all
this one. Polar bear or penguin?
All right, the internal gentleman inside of me would have to say penguin
Uh-oh.
because they always
Got
look like
the
they have a
tux?
suit on. Yeah.
Now, would you go bow tie or regular tie?
I would have to go bow tie.
All
I'd
right.
be going to prom with my girlfriend, so.
We'll get Oliver Eklund out. Maybe he can teach you how to tie up a bow tie.
Yeah, I can learn it on the internet.
And there you go. Get anything on the internet.
I would be a polar bear because, like, I mean, yeah, you're on top of the food chain and, like,
Just
what penguin's going to eat a polar bear?
I don't know. That's a good call. I don't want to get into that one.
Yes,
All
and
right.
free Coca-Cola.
There's free Coca-Cola.
We'll bring it back out here to Cameron. All right. Superpower.
Sorry for hijacking this. Like, this is how I am in front of the camera.
Superpower. Which one?
Telekinesis.
All right. Do you want to explain what telekinesis
I can
is?
stand on something, make it levitate and fly.
Control objects with your mind.
Yes, and then just ride it like a surfboard in the sky.
All right.
Sounds really hippie.
It really does.
Yeah, no, but
Maybe
no,
you
there's-
should go
there's-
back to
there's
the
a lot-
60s.
There's a lot more. Just remember this. There's a lot more powers that you can get out of telekinesis than you can get out of several other powers.
The declaration from Cameron Wyatt.
Yes, this is concrete. This is word. Okay, you're up. I'm
George.
No microphones.
What superpower would you have?
I would have to have the superpower of flying.
All right.
Because, like, what if I ever had a desire to, like, go to Russia?
There you go.
I could just fly there
Sochi, free
without paying for
Oh, see?
without paying for a plane.
Airfare, nothing like that?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I wondered if you'd have to wear extra clothes. if you
Might
gotta
be a
fly.
little chilly
Yeah.
in the air.
I wonder.
Maybe
Jasmine?
a helmet.
Oh, sorry, George.
No,
what-
no,
what-
no, no.
He's like, no, I'm done.
I honestly I like myself the way I am. Like I wouldn't want any superpowers because wait, I have a reason for this.
All right, it better be good.
It is because okay, no, I'm not. Well, kind of, yeah. But anyway, I saw these videos and like they show you like the science with everything, like with flying and
Okay.
like and all this stuff. And I mean, I don't know. But if I did want a superpower, I'd be stuck between invisibility and flying.
All right. Nice. Well, guys, I'm going to end it there because we could talk for hours. I know we could. But with that, this is not just a player spotlight. This is behind-the-scenes spotlight. This is everybody that makes things happen. George is our switcher. He makes sure that we're on the correct camera. Cameron is our audio guy. He makes sure that I don't sound awful. And trust me, he has to tweak it quite a bit. And then Jasmine, she's a camera operator. She makes sure that it's pointing out where it's supposed to be. And that's also big because I couldn't do that. I'd be like, wait, what? What's going on? I don't understand this. What? Because you guys communicate. All of you guys communicate behind the scenes. You figure out what's going on. They're not just earphones. They're noise canceling ear muffs. They go on.
They're like
you can
their
hear-
own noise canceling room.
They really are. So, with that, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate all of your work behind the scenes. I know everybody else does. Coach Dan Wildfong, assistant coach Jeff Potter. We've got assistant coach Joey Howze, who is coach's corner for the Texas Brahmas. Awesome. And head coach Jeremy Law. And I know the players appreciate it too because they're always here. They always show up for us. So, well, even the ones that don't, even all of them. So with that, even the ones that aren't even on the show. So with that, I am Clif Foster. This has been the behind-the-scenes spotlight instead of the player spotlight. We've got a couple more that probably won't do it because they're sneaky, but we'll find a way. So with that, I am Clif Foster. See, look, it's Kaysen and Benjamin. That's Benjamin Wilmarth and this young lady, Jennifer, correct? Jessica. Oh, so close. This is only the second time I've met you, so Jessica's here with us. We appreciate her for coming out. She's been switching the cameras by herself and trying to get all of us, so you've done well. And there's one that was completely hidden. That's Lee Rafferty, who's a big troublemaker. But
No, we gotta get
Lee is not a camera guy. Oh, there he is, Lee. That's Lee. He takes care of all the social media and all of the marketing for the Brahmas. So he is outstanding. Great guy, great man. We appreciate it. Run, Kaysen, run. So with that, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to the Coach's Corner here and inside Zoo Roma's Bar and Grill, inside the NITEC Sports Center. I am Clif Foster. Join me again in 2 weeks when I have who knows who I have next time. I'm Clif Foster for Cameron Wyatt, George Morrison Jr., and Jasmine Ramirez. Have a wonderful week. Welcome back. I am Clif Foster.